A good crowd braved the rain/April snow to get a look at the new Idaho State football team. Coach Kramer's team filled the field and took it for the annual spring game, which has been renamed the Dave Kragthorpe Classic.
The 1981 National Championship head coach was on hand today to watch the Bengals' new up-tempo offense. The team came out of the gates with a bang. Transfer quarterback Kevin Yost found a wide-open Roderick Rumble down the sideline for this touchdown. That same combo would hook up a few drives later. This time it was Rumble doing most of the work as he took the short pass from Yost and then just outran the defenders to the end zone. The Washington native finished with 4 receptions for a game-high 169 yards and 2 TDs. Coach Kramer was pleased, but says the wideout still has a ways to go.
Well, Roderick's got to continue to learn how to play at the pace we want him to play at, and continue to learn how to make he made excellent plays, and he just has to perform every drill, every play, all the time, up to my level of satisfaction, and he is not where he is going to be before he's done.
Well, first of all, I agree with him. He sees it from a different angle than I do, but I still agree with him. And I think I need to improve on my endurance and my focus through every play.
Also finding the end zone was Boise native Luke Austin. The sophomore turned in a nice game with 10 grabs for $115 and drew the praise of Coach Kramer.
It's nice to hear that I'm doing a good job. You know, I took every single rep and I really improved a lot, and hopefully I can just keep getting better and working my way up into the lineup and improving my skills.
Kevin Yost capped off the spring game with one last TD, this time hooking up with fellow quarterback Kyle Morris on the last play. Yost threw for 408 yards on 30 of 47, but was quick to give credit to his teammates.
I mean, I didn't even know I had that many yards, but I mean, the O-line was playing great, and the receivers were making plays after the catch. So I mean, it wasn't even me. The receivers doing good, and the O-line was playing great. So
from day 1 to day 15, excellent decision making, quick release, an accurate pass. He never gets rattled, he never gets flustered, he never shows outward signs of being frustrated. He has all the accoutrements, all of the intangibles it takes to be an excellent player in this style of offense. Even though Kevin had an excellent spring, we are not even close to naming anyone as the starting quarterback yet.
The running game also provided some life. Jamel Rover broke off a 27-yard romp through the defense, and then later on in the same drive busted in this 2-yard score. Rover tells me he's happy with where the team is, even with the low amount of rushing it.
Really, I have no complaints. You know, like I said, I line up and I play whatever the coaches call. You know, I try to do my best to, exceed their expectations and whatnot. So I wanted to stay injury-free. I wanted to be productive, and I feel like I did both. So
I'm astounded on some hand about how good we are in some spots. This team has been recruited excellent by Coach Zamberlin and his staff. There are some very good players in certain spots. And those other spots that are not quite where they need to be are inactive because of academics or injury or recruiting. So when those are all filled up, because we get grades next week, when we get healed from injuries, and when our recruits arrive on campus, I think we'll spackle in all the parts that are inadequate right now, and I think we'll be a pretty salty team by the time September 3rd rolls around.
Other tidbits of info from this game: Daniel McSurdy suffers what Coach Kramer called a mild concussion as he took that hit on a ball that was over his head. He left the field and did not return. Blackfoot native Josh Hill continues to impress, catching 8 passes for 65 yards. Hill was also named a team captain. Now, you already saw the touchdown catch, but how about a little more Kyle Morris? Because of injuries to the wide receivers, the QB filled in at wideout, making that grab over the middle, and then another later on in the drive. As for the awards from spring ball, JT Albers is the most improved defensive player. Kevin Yost was named the same on the offensive side of things. Your team captains, as voted on by the players and the coaches, it's Josh Hill and Braden Clayson on the offensive side, and then AJ Storms and Bo Houdin from the defense.
I'm honored to be, named captain, and to know that my teammates feel that highly about me, electing me captain, and I usually just try to lead by example, and I'll speak when needed, but I try to lead by example. So I'm really glad that my teammates, they wanted me as their captain.